There has been a couple of years of Dread the Unsolved at this point. I've covered murders, disappearances, cryptids, and strangely, at least 2 episodes about the moon. In all this time, I've never sat down and done an update video. If you didn't know, this is the last season of Dread the Unsolved I'll be writing and hosting. So I want to dedicate the back half of this season to checking up on stories I've covered over the last couple of years. Let's start in Idaho. I previously covered the vicious murder of 4 college students in Moscow, Idaho. The case was confusing from the outset, with poor communication from authorities and a seeming lack of evidence. Almost 2 months would elapse from the discovery of the victims in November of 2022 to an arrest. Thankfully, this case was never meant to go cold. On the morning of Friday, December 30th, 2022, Brian Kohberger, a graduate student at Washington State University's Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology, was arrested on suspicion of the 4 murders. The accusations of poor communication from the authorities ended up being premature. The arrest of Kohberger was not spontaneous, and recently unsealed documents point to a meticulous investigation by authorities. In some criminal investigations, documents have to remain sealed as to not tip off the subject of that investigation. As more details were revealed after the arrest, it made even more sense as to why the documents on Kohberger were sealed. Kohberger was a graduate student in a criminology program, meaning he must have had an understanding of the process for investigating crimes such as the one he allegedly committed. He would have been obsessively searching for any scrap of evidence that he was being considered in the case, and may very well likely have tried to run if he caught a whiff of the investigation. With police keeping tight-lipped, it's not hard to imagine that Kohberger thought he was some sort of criminal genius, evading authorities and getting off scot-free. In reality, he deluded himself into thinking they weren't coming. They were coming, and he had no idea. In the days following his arrest and the unsealing of the documents implicating him, searches have been conducted that have found some troubling items at his Washington residence. A black nitrate glove, 2 clippings from a pillow that contained a reddish-brown stain, and 8 hair strand fibers. Potentially Kaylee Goncalves' dog that was found inside her bedroom when police arrived at the house in Moscow. The wheels of justice grind slow but exceedingly fine. So where do we go from here? Evidence continues to be collected and the case against Brian Kohberger grows stronger every day. He will likely never see the outside of a prison again, save for a couple trips to a courthouse where a jury of his peers will pass down his fate. In the end, there is no more mystery, beyond what Kohberger's motive might have been. Madison Mogan, Kaylee Goncalves, Zaina Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin are gone, but with Kohberger in custody and facing down harsh punishment, hopefully their families can begin the long and painful journey to healing. I wish them nothing but good things. I want to thank everyone for watching and ask that you consider liking and subscribing if you like this content. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Dread Unsolved. Thanks for watching.